Halo Zara,
Hello, Raffi.
what are you doing, Zara?
I'm giving some lubricants to the gear transmission here.
Alright. What the purpose you doing the lubrication for this transmission for this machine?
All right. So the purpose of doing lubrication for the gear transmission is to reduce the metal-to-metal contact between the gears itself. Why we have to do that? Because metal-to-metal contact or the direct contact between two gears can significantly improve the wear rate of the gear itself. And it can increase the temperature of the gear. So the machine might be overheat if we don't give it a proper lubrication.
All right.
And other than that, we can reduce the vibration of the gear itself.
All right. Thank you for explanation about the purpose of the lubrication for this transmission. Next, I want to ask about the another maintenance for this gear transmission for this machine.
Okay. So the most important maintenance that we have to do for the gear transmission is lubricants, as I previously mentioned before. And other than that, one of the most important maintenance is to align it.
All right.
So we have to make sure that the alignment of the gears are correct and are balanced.
All right.
Why? Because if there are any imbalance or misalignment between the gears, it can increase the vibration of the gears.
All right.
And it can also increase the wear rate of the gears itself.
All right.
Like that, Rafi.
Thank you.
And other than that, maybe we can also inspect for the visible cracks
All right.
that might appear on the surface of the gears.
Right.
And if there are not possible, we can try to use the NDT or non-destructive test like a magnetic test.
All right. Thank you for the explanation about the another maintenance. Next, I want to ask about the advantages and disadvantages for the gear transmission for this machine.
Okay, first I will explain to you about the advantages of the gear transmission. So gear transmission can hold or can transmit a very high amount of load.
All right.
Like as you might know, the lathe machine needs a very high torque, right?
Yeah.
The motor produces a very high torque. And in order to transmit that such a very high power, we need a strong transmission too, right? That's why gear transmission here is very reliable to transmit the high torque because it can produces a accurate and efficient power transmission.
All right. So for the disadvantages for gear transmission for this machine.
All right. So as I mentioned before, that is the advantages, right? And now, on the other hand, the disadvantages of this gear's transmission. First, it can only transmit drive in a very short distance.
All right.
As you can see,
Yeah.
this gear right here can only transmit a drive to another gear right here.
All right.
And as you can see, the distance between these two gears is only very short or a near distance. And another disadvantages is when this machine operates using a gear transmission, the noise and the vibration is usually higher than another transmission. So that are the most common disadvantages for the gear transmission.
All right.
And other than that, it might require a more maintenance like lubrication and alignment as I previously mentioned before.
All right. Thank you for your good explanation about the advantages and disadvantages. Next, I want to ask about the function this gear transmissions for these machines.
All right. So the function for this gear transmission itself for this lathe machine is to transmit a drive from the electric motor
Right.
to the machine and spindle. And other than that, we can use this gear transmission to change the RPM and the speed of rotation of the spindle.
All right.
And in order to do that, we can do it using two ways.
Yeah.
And the first way is to turning this lever to the left or right. And the second way is to pull this gear transmission so that the back of the gear touches the front gear on the third gear here.
All right. Yes. Thank you for your explanation about the purpose your lubrication this transmission,
Yes.
another maintenance, advantages and disadvantages for the gear transmission. And last question is the function
Yes.
this gear transmission for this machine. And this part I see the another transmissions
Oh yeah,
and
that's actually right.
and I know this belt and pulley transmission.
Oh, okay. So you know what? I actually don't really understand about the belt and pulley transmission.
All right.
And do you know any other application using this transmission? And can you explain it to me?
Of course, on this workshop, we are the another sample for belt and pulley transmission on and another machines, and I can explain you about the application.
Okay.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, Zaza.
Yes.
This is another example.
Okay.
This is a belt and pulley transmissions
Okay.
on the drilling machines.
Okay. And can you explain it to me? What is the function of the belt and pulley transmission for this drilling machine?
All right. The function of belt and pulley transmission is to transmit the drive
Okay.
from electrical motor
Yes.
to the spindle.
Okay. All right.
Next function is to change the speed of the spindle.
And can you tell me? You said that before that we can change the speed or RPM of the spindle by just this belt and pulley transmission.
Yeah.
Can you show it to me how to do that?
All right. First, you must know the configuration of the pulley. There is input pulley and output pulley.
Okay.
And for the configuration for output pulley, there are 4 positions.
Okay.
And there is A position, B position, C position, and D positions.
All right.
And next, there are also 4 positions for the input pulley. There are E position, F position, G position, and H position.
All right.
And how to change the speed of the spindle? And you can see right now the position of the belt in input pulley
Yes.
in E positions.
All right.
And for position of belt in output pulley is on the C positions.
All right.
And now you can see the table for input pulley in belt in input pulleys in E position and output pulley belt position in C position.
Alright.
So the RPM is 365 RPM.
Okay. All right. Now that I can understand how to change the speed or RPM of the spindle by just changing the position of the belt.
Yes,
I mean,
of
that is very, very cool.
Yes.
And now, can you explain it to me or show it to me? What is the type of the belt and pulley that are using in this machine?
All right. The type of belt and pulley transmission on the drilling machine is V-belt.
Okay.
Because the shape of the belt and groove of pulley, it has the tapered shape.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I can see it that it has a tapered angle there.
Yes.
So it's called a V-belt
V-belt.
because it has tapered
Yes.
outside. Okay.
Of course.
All right. And now maybe you can explain to me what are the advantages and disadvantages for the belt and pulley transmission.
Okay. The advantages for belt and pulley transmissions is it can transmit drive in long distance.
All right.
You can see the distance of between pulleys is long distance. Next advantages is it can operate in smoothly and less noise. Next is it can operate without lubrications.
Okay. So now can you tell me what are the disadvantages for the belt and pulley transmission?
All right, for the disadvantages for belt and pulley transmission is it cannot transmit drive with too much load.
Okay.
And during operation, the belt it can slip.
All right.
Exactly.
Okay. So there are two major advantages, disadvantages, as you
Yes.
said, right?
Yeah.
Like the first one is it can slip during operation,
Yeah.
and the second one is that it cannot transmit drive with too much load.
Load.
So now, as I did before,
Yeah.
I was doing lubrication
Yeah.
for the gear transmission. That is one of the maintenance activity for the
Yes.
gear transmission, right?
Yeah.
And can you show it to me, or maybe explain it to me? What are the maintenance that we have to do for the belt and pulley transmission here?
All right. For the maintenance belt and pulley transmissions is first we see the condition of belt and pulley conditions.
Okay.
Is there any cracks or not?
Okay.
Right. And next maintenance is tensions.
Okay.
Tension of the belt. Make sure the tension belt is according to the standards.
All right.
Last maintenance is check the alignment
Okay.
between pulleys,
All right.
input pulley and output.
Okay. And now that I can understand most point that you've explained before, like the advantages and disadvantages of the belt and pulley transmission, and then the maintenance, and also the function of the transmission here for this drilling machine.
Yep.
And you know that we have another type of transmission,
Yeah.
which is chain and sprocket transmission.
Oh yes, I ever heard about the chain and sprocket transmission. What is application on this workshop?
Okay, so we actually have an application for the chain and sprocket.
Yeah.
So, do you want to see it?
Of course, let's go.
Okay, let's go.
go.
Alright, Rafi.
Yes.
So, now this is another application for chain and sprocket system.
All right.
But as you can see,
Yeah.
for this application, it's not a transmission.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't transmit drive from one motor to another parts.
Yes.
So instead, the function of this chain and sprocket transmission
Yeah.
or system is to lift the load for this forklift and hold it in place.
All right. Next, I want to ask about the advantages and disadvantages for the chain and sprocket systems.
Okay, so the advantages for this system is first, it can lift or hold a very high amount of load.
All right.
So, as you can see here, it has teeth on the sprocket,
Okay.
right? So, it can prevent slip while it's lifting the load.
All right.
And the next advantage of this chain and sprocket system, when it's applied in a transmission,
Yeah.
it can transmit in a very long distance,
Oh.
just like the belt and pulley transmission, but it can operates without slippage.
Oh. So, for the disadvantages for the chain and sprocket system.
Okay, so for the disadvantages, right? It needs more maintenance, just like the gear transmission.
Yeah.
It needs a proper lubrication so that this chain and sprocket system can run smoothly.
Oh.
And then another disadvantages is that when it run as a transmission,
Mhm.
when it operates, it's very noisy.
Oh.
So unlike the belt and pulley transmission, which operates quietly.
Oh,
Like
right.
that, Raffi.
So thank you for explanation about the advantages and disadvantages for the chain and sprocket systems.
Yes.
Next, I want to ask about the how to maintain
Okay.
the chain and sprocket systems.
Okay. So to maintain a chain and sprocket system or transmission, first is we have to lubricate it.
Oh,
As I mentioned before, lubrication is very important to keep the chain and sprocket system to run smoothly.
all right.
Because if we don't give it a proper lubrication,
Mhm.
it might increase the vibration, metal to metal contact,
Yes.
and also increase the temperature of the chain and sprocket itself
Oh,
when it's applied in a transmission system.
wow.
And maybe for another maintenance is that we have to check the tension
Okay.
of the chain itself.
Yeah.
If it's too loose or even if the links are broken. So if the tension is too loose, we can tighten it up. And we can also replace the broken links.
Oh, okay.
So there are two major maintenance that we have to do for the chain and sprocket system here.
Okay. Thank you, Zara, for the explanation about the how to maintain the chain and sprocket system.
Okay.
And so for today, thank you for your about the explanation about the gear transmissions and chain and sprocket system
System.
on our workshop.
Okay, and also thank you for you too for explaining the belt and pulley transmission. And you can see that our video duration is more than 15 minutes. So
Alright.
now we can close the video. And now everyone, thank you for watching and listening to our video. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Bye-bye. Dah, pulang.
That is not from it. Thank you. Itu di stop itu tadi. Yang dari batan kuliah.